Hi, my name is Carly O'Donnell and I will be presenting on the Villaggio, Qatar fire. So a little bit of background on Villaggio, Qatar. It is a luxury mall located in Doha, Qatar. It opened up in 2006. It contains an ice skating rink, an IMAX, Qatar's only IMAX, an amusement park, a recently put in canal with a gondola, and rides, shopping, and dining. It's a huge attraction in Qatar. A lot of tourists go to visit it. The crisis that occurred at this mall was on May 28th, 2012. A fire broke out in one of the stores due to an electricity shortage, and the fire spread to the child care center. There was malfunctions of the sprinkler system, there was malfunction in the alarm. It was very faint sounding, and smoke actually blocked all of the exits and caused 20 children to be stuck inside, and ended up killing 16 total, and 13 of those were children that were inside the child care center. So obviously this was a very tragic crisis that occurred, and there were lots of responses. The first response from the organization itself, there was actually no response from Villaggio. During the investigation, they really didn't respond with anything. The only thing that they really responded with was that they shut down the facility, but they had to because half of it had burned down. They opened up the facility back up in September 2012. Other than that, there was really no response. There was a Facebook page, but there's really nothing about the fire on the Facebook page. They didn't really use social media to their advantage, and currently they are still compensating the victims, but they're not compensating the victims because they want to. They're actually compensating them with blood money because they've been convicted by a court and they are forced to. The next response is with the stakeholders. The stakeholders are obviously very hostile towards Villaggio. There is a lot of ill will towards them because there has been no response. There's been nothing the families have seen, and a lot of the families lost their children. There have been lots of letters and emails sent to them complaining that they need answers and they want answers during this investigation. And actually, when they announced that they were opening back up, people saw it as a celebration that they were celebrating this opening up, and a lot of people decided to boycott it. They want to boycott the mall until they do get answers on why the fire started, why this was happening. Another stakeholder that was really important is the Ministry of Interior Qatar, which actually, they came out with a press conference right after the fire occurred. They explained why the fire occurred, what the investigation that's going to happen. They were the ones to provide everything. They were tweeting about it. They were all over social media. They posted pictures on Facebook. They posted tweets about it. They were the only ones who really provided any sort of thing. But even when the investigation went on, they didn't provide the families with any answers. The last response to look at is the response of the media. The media really focused on the victims' families. So a lot of people, when they saw that, they really saw the emotional side of it. They especially focused on some triplets, 2-year-old triplets that were actually killed in the fire, and it's the parents of these triplets who were actually the ones to start the boycott. They're the ones who want all the answers. They're the ones who have been starting up writing the letters. And so the media is really focused on them. If you look at the articles, it's just article after article is mainly about the Weeks family. The media overall, they did blame Villaggio for the fire, and there are lots of rumors that spread because the government was not providing enough answers, that there were rumors being spread. So the recommendations that I have for this is there needs to be some sort of press conference. There needs to be social media. Villaggio needs to have some sort of social media. There needs to be two-way communication. They need to listen. They need to provide information during the investigation. They need to compensate the victims for, a lot of the victims lost family members, and then they need to change the procedures of their fire procedures, changing everything, following the rules, following the regulations that the government has put in for them. So that's all I have, and thank you.